Good morning. Greetings, family. This is Cassandra Floyd, also known as the Daughter of the Fates, founder of the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. Back at y'all. Okay, so today we have a lot to discuss. Let's get some preliminaries out the way. If you haven't booked your reading, book it today. I have 2 spots left available tonight. I have 4 left open for tomorrow. Book your readings. If you are interested in getting a reading with me, then you can email me at releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. And we can get that set up. Book your readings. It is urgent. It is not for entertainment purposes. It is to chart a course for the rest of the year. It is to chart a course for your life. It is to ensure that we can finally get the one up on the most diabolical enemy in the history of humanity. It is to ensure that our collective goals, ambitions, desires are finally met. It is to power up. It is to power up. You feel me? So we have a lot to discuss today, and man. We have a lot to discuss today, and I've been sitting up all morning trying to determine where to begin, and I'm trying to find this book. Is it this one? Anyway, I'm gonna talk about a lot today. I'm gonna try to keep it as concise as possible. Yep. Because it's a lot. But I think the first place I'm going to start is giving y'all some scriptures, because we're going to need to follow up on them, and we're going to be using them for some time. I made up my mind that our temple services are going to be talking about this very important discussion for some time, probably until this bullshit ass election, truth be told. And it's so much. I got so many notes scattered all over the place. One of the many reasons that I need a committee. Let's see here. But we're going to start. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. 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 Okay, thank you, Tajali, for keeping me honest and on point, child. I will read first, before we get started, the conspiracy of the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. Ooh. It's like, I may need a bigger desk. All right, let's go. Let me do it this way. We, as a peculiar expression of the Almighty and Divine She, are joining in breath. Let me just read it how it is. I, Cassandra Floyd, as a peculiar expression of the Almighty and Divine She, am joining in breath with my family to conspire on behalf of the whole made well. We are breathing these words together to ensure that our home, her body, is restored to her original perfect glory. A glory that is perfect in peace, love, bliss, happiness, and ecstasy. This world exists because we collectively will it so. We are the representatives of the mother's reign on earth. This beautiful conspiracy is spoken as one cosmic earthly orchestra to guarantee heaven on earth. With the power of our mothers, we welcome this glorious future into the now. It is as we say, Mommy and I are one. So good morning, everyone. Welcome into the room on this lovely Saturday morning. And I also, before I get into the scriptures, I want to talk to you about something. When I did the interview yesterday, with the sister I was telling you about from India, the first thing that she asked me was about the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. And I feel like even though I have mentioned it here and there in different videos, I think that moving forward, I need to talk more frequently about the Temple of Emergence, how it came to be, why the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence, what does it mean in the grand scheme of things, and what it is I see this institution having the ability to do. I think it's especially in light of the fact that I still don't have the website set up yet. I think that it is important for me to talk about that. So I did want to devote about 10 minutes to quickly talk about the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. So November 11th of this year will mark the 2-year anniversary of the founding of the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. I told you many times how it came to be, that in the reading of the Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth, subsequent to that, I developed a book club where we combed through that book over 6 months with a fine-tooth comb. And when we finally reached the end of the book in the book club, I was like, okay, so what you think this was about? You think I was just reading to y'all, just entertaining y'all? No, now we have to do something. I had been plotting and scheming on an idea for a religious nonprofit for a long time. As a matter of fact, I've told y'all this many times too. It had been an ongoing joke in my family for many, many years that one of these days I was going to have to start a cult. Well, the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence is not a cult. The Temple of Evolutionary Emergence is not an anti-cult. The Temple of Evolutionary Emergence, even though it is technically a religious 501c3, is not a new religion. The Temple of Evolutionary Emergence is the culmination of a lifetime of experiences across many extremes that led me to a conclusion about what it means to exist always in the now, but fully aware of the past, fully excited and invigorated about the possibilities of a future, and fully embodied in the moment. To make that even more plain, the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence is the uterus. The Temple of Evolutionary Emergence is the uterus. Now, how did I come to this conclusion? When I was in medical school, and most of you by now know that I did my graduate program in traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And in traditional Chinese medicine theory and medicinal theory, there is this concept, it's still a class I intend to teach you. There is this concept of the extraordinary vessels. So you have your main organs, and then you have the extraordinary vessels. These have a peculiar function that is unlike the function of your main organs. One of these, the brain, is an extraordinary vessel. The gallbladder is an extraordinary vessel. The uterus, the bone marrow, is an extraordinary vessel, and the uterus is considered an extraordinary vessel. Okay? The uterus has the ability to receive into it sperm. The uterus has the ability to propel from it or eject from it menstrual blood and a human being. And the uterus plays so many other roles and purposes, many of which we don't know or are aware of as females in this society, because they have deliberately kept the mysteries, the magic of the uterus, a secret from most women. Okay? And so in seeing the significance of the uterus in traditional Chinese theory of the uterus is appropriately called by the Chinese the lower palace. The lower palace, the majestic place through which the incoming spirit is housed before it becomes a person. Okay? The lower palace. I was like, man, this is beautiful. As a matter of fact, let me just show you. It's not what I'm going to teach you today, but for the purpose of talking about the temple, I feel like it is important for you guys to visually conceptualize what it means when I say the temple of evolutionary emergence. This is a diagram of a workshop that I teach called The Mysteries and Magic of the Lower Palace. The lower palace is the uterus. You see that cute little uterus there? And then you've got the kidneys, then the heart, and the tongue, and the brain, the mind. Okay? There's a relationship between all of these that is governed and influenced by the uterus. The uterus influences the kidneys. The uterus influences what we call the Ming Men fire. This is always illuminated. I don't know if you can see it here, but you see this little goddess necklace I made, right? I don't know if I can get up close enough. But in the goddess necklace, there's a little spiral in her belly. Behind these little chakra crystals, there's a little spiral in her belly where her belly button should be. If you look at most goddess images and figures from time immemorial, they will have a little... They will have a little spiral where their belly button would be. And this is also represented in Chinese medicine. Is called the Ming Men fire, right? The Ming Men. So you see this little dotted line that goes all the way through. According to Chinese theory, the influence between the uterus, the Ming Men, the heart, and the tongue, and the mind is called the Bao Mai. The Bao Mai is the uterine vessel. The Bao Mai is the uterine vessel. It began, I'm not going to teach a workshop, but it is important because all of these things, even though I learned this more than 10 years ago, it didn't register until I became a spiritual person. It didn't register until my life as a revolutionary activist factored in. I'm always talking to you about how all of these experiences have contributed to where we are now, right? So the uterus, the lower palace, the temple of evolutionary emergence, it made so much sense to me why the uterus has been so demoted in its significance in human society. It made so much sense to me understanding the importance of the bowel mind that connects the uterus to the heart, to our ability to speak our truth from our heart, y'all. How it governs our mind. This is what the ancients of Chinese theory said explained why females have an irrational sense of love, is because the heart governs the mind. The conscious and subconscious mind is governed by the heart, by the emperor. If the heart is connected to the uterus and the uterus is perpetually abused, it may create madness. Also, we've heard stories of how a baby, if a baby is in harm's way, how the mother will be extremely insanely violent. Any species will be extremely insanely violent in defense of its young. This was what began to explain. Now, in modern times, we talk about oxytocin as the love hormone that ensures that the mother will violently defend and protect her progeny, her offspring, to ensure the maintenance and the continuation of the species. That's what it's for. Oxytocin is a defensive hormone. It is a protective hormone. We call it the love hormone because it makes us feel all warm and fuzzy inside, but that's essentially what it's for, is to protect, defend, and guarantee the continuation of the species. So the mother, the peak production of hormones, of the hormone oxytocin in the mother's life, will be at the moment that the baby crowns. The moment that the baby crowns will be the peak production of oxytocin in a woman's life. And then that oxytocin continues to surge through both the body of the baby and the mother. And in an ideal and perfect situation, the umbilical cord will remain intact until the baby efficiently latches on to the mother's breast and the umbilical pulse eventually begins to cease. The attachment must be made while the umbilical pulse is still occurring so that you don't suffer for the rest of your life from fucking premature umbilical severing and have all kinds of goddamn psychological and emotional diseases and disorders because the natural birthing process has been interrupted, right? Now, why am I saying this? Because I talked to you guys not too long ago about how we always see oxytocin as just the love hormone. Oh, it's the love hormone. It's the love hormone. No, it's not. The oxytocin is the self-preservation hormone. It is a hormone necessary to elicit strong feelings, period, that will allow for the species to continue. For self-preservation, for preservation of others, you feel me? Because I told y'all, all hormones, God damn it, all hormones have homeostatic space and have extremes in highs, extremes in lows, extremes in production and deficiencies. Okay, so we talk about the love hormone, and all oxytocin is for is love hormone and the love hormone, and that is incorrect. It's a half truth. It's a half understanding. Oxytocin, yes, elicits feelings of love in you. But if you, other people, which we talked about all day yesterday in the read from Mary Daly's Beyond God the Father, about how women have been perpetually othered by society, othered in every space, othered in every scenario, according to the science of oxytocin and its production. While oxytocin may elicit feelings of love in those that you see as self. Oh. While oxytocin may elicit deep, deep feelings in towards those that you see as self. That same production of oxytocin elicits extremely strong feelings of hatred towards those that you see as other. Your hormones do that. Those who you, through your conditioning, have been made to see self as other, because we all self. We all up on this rock together. You feel? We all up in the mother's body together. But when you have scenarios, media, songs, what have you, philosophies, religions that teach you to always anticipate a perpetual enemy, that if an enemy doesn't exist, you need to create one. In a society where we have been taught by the opposition who the enemies are, those that govern and rule all of us teach us who the enemies are. This very strong hormone, oxytocin, which you've heard the stories. Oxytocin, if it's flooding through the blood and a baby animal gets pent up under something, how the mother will have superhuman strength to move the thing off the pent baby. The flood of oxytocin, will have a mother of a baby. I'm gonna make this disclaimer that oxytocin has been interrupted by most when most women are in the birthing process. So even our strength and our power has been muted by male intervention into the birthing process. That's another story for another day, but you should know that your power has been chopped in half with premature umbilical severing, with them telling you there's no need for you to breastfeed, especially directly after birth. That oxytocin, which will give you superhuman strength to defend and protect your progeny, has been severed. So you hear the stories of women, they are so insane with love for their babies that if something happened to their babies, they can do superhuman shit to save the baby. That exists in every upper level species on earth, mammals and what have you. It exists everywhere. You feel me? But that same hormone, that same intensity of love that you feel for your offspring, that you feel for your lover, that you feel for your partner, that you feel for your mama, that you feel for your family, that same hormone at the same time, and we see it all the time and don't know what it is we're looking at the same time, will elicit equally strong feelings of hatred towards those you have accepted as other. And that same strength that will have a mama superhuman like lift a car off the baby, that same strength will go into violently defending, violently aggressing against, violently defending in your malignant mind your family from the threat of the other, violently aggressing against the other. Why is this important? Because we witness it every day. We're like, damn, how this dude can be such a loving father, such a loving family man, such a good stand-up citizen, and then go off and kill innocent people just because he don't like gay people, just because he don't like black people, just because he don't. Hormones govern the planet, if you have me tell it, especially when they know the science of how to elicit hormonal response to external stimuli, music, audio, visual, blah, blah. And we fall for the okie doke every time. Well, what does this have to do with the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence? The Temple of Evolutionary Emergence is the uterus. And the uterus has been aggressed against by its own progeny. God damn. The uterus has been aggressed against by its own offspring, its own progeny. Its offspring having its offspring having been told a violent message of othering since day fucking one, has perpetually aggressed against itself. It sees self, the mother. It sees self, the palace. It sees self, the home. It sees self, the earth, as the most evil of all others. Oh my God. Look, come on in the motherfucking room on this day. Because I wasn't even going to start this way. But we just read just yesterday, in Beyond God the Father, about why men have such a violent and vicious response to women, because men are at war with self. The projection of this war against self that is rooted in imposed self hatred, because mommy and I are one. Men are of mothers' bodies. And since the world hates the mother, they too must hate the mother within them. And the only response to that hatred to their mothers within them, within their body, within their flesh, is to lash out against those who are like their mother through the orchestrated, deliberate othering of the one, othering of the mother, othering of the earth, othering of females, othering of the uterus itself. She just said that yesterday, and I'll be motherfucking damn. I do not even know what made me say, well, you know what? I should talk about the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence today, because I rarely do. Child, come on in the room with this word and how magically it flows. You understand? Oxytocin becomes one of the explanations. That's why science is so important. And science is such a beautiful sister language of spirit. To be able to move back and forth theoretically and philosophically and scientifically and metaphorically and spiritually to understand what the fuck is happening to us and what has been deliberately done to us. These men hate women because they see us as other. They know in their spirit that they are self. They are aggressing against self when they harm women. They are aggressing against that part of themselves that has been othered by these goddamn religions, these patriarchal institutions. They are harming the mother within them, the sister within them, the auntie within them. They are self at war with self. And instead of self-harming, like physically self-harming, they harm self through harming women. They harm self through harming sisters, mothers, daughters, aunties, grandmas. That's what they do. It's important to have a conversation about the uterus. It is important to have a conversation about why the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. How even as it is my ambition for us to have a building that is our own, an institution that is our own, an institution that can be reproduced wherever uterus carrying people exist on the planet. You feel me? That even if we never have a building, the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence remains and will ever remain. Somebody's saying no volume, but you have to check your own volume. P.S. Your auntie, because everybody else is responding. Can everybody hear me well? Thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know. But I feel like a volume should be okay. Nobody has said anything so far, right? Listen, the temple of evolutionary emergence will forever remain. What have I said to y'all before? The baby, and this is some shit men are disturbed by, because they're beginning to see the writing on the wall. And instead of seeing themselves as self to us, instead of aligning their worldview with us, in defense of us, in partnership with us, in unity with us, they internalize a crisis that somehow they believe is going to disempower them. So they become more and more violent against self, against us. You feel me? And what have I told y'all? It's not an ambition that I have. It's not a thought that I have. Women who do have this thought, I don't judge them. They got a legitimate reason for this thought. But every man on earth could fucking disappear tomorrow. Every male being on earth could evaporate into the ethos tomorrow, and the human race would remain. The human race would go on. Sure would. That is the power of the uterus. That is the power of the divine portal that allows spirit to be condensed into a radical fleshly material experience. Humans would remain, even if males had to get the fuck up out of here tomorrow. So don't you think that it is better to cast your fate and your lot with your mother? Don't you think that you would be better off in the long run casting your fate, casting your allyship, casting your unity with your mama, who's always taking care of you, who's always protected you, who's always reveled in your happiness? Oh, my baby's so happy. Yeah, look at my baby laughing and smiling and shit. The temple of evolutionary emergence. So why evolutionary emergence? Because the uterus is the first experience that we have as humans about what the evolutionary process is, about what the evolutionary emergent process is, that we will go on to repeat every day until we are reconnected with the mother. What do I mean? I talked to y'all about this for a long time, not too long ago, so I'm going to try to super condense. I'm going to give you the etymological definition of these words. Emergent. In philosophy, systems theory, science, and art and culture, emergence occurs. Listen. Emergence occurs when an entity is observed to have properties its parts do not have on their own, properties or behaviors which emerge only when the parts interact in a wider whole. That's emergent. Emergent evolution as a theory is the hypothesis that in the course of evolution, some entirely new properties, that's big old fuck, some entirely new properties, such as mind and consciousness, appear at certain critical points, usually because of an unpredictable rearrangement of already pre-existing entities. Mutation. Now, this is a quote from a movie, but it still so perfectly explains what we're talking about. It is the key to our evolution, mutation. It has enabled us to evolve from a single-celled organism into a dominant species on the planet. This process is slow and normally taking thousands and thousands of years. But every few hundred millennia, evolution takes a radical leap forward. Evolution, etymology and definition. Evolution, the etymology of evolution is unrolling a papyrus scroll. That's the etymology of evolution. Unrolling a papyrus scroll, reading through an author's words or a book, a derivative of the verb evolere, evolver, to roll out or roll away, to unroll, as in papyrus scroll, to uncover, to unwrap, to unfold by using the intellect to reveal. That's what evolution means. To reveal, to unfold, to uncover, to unwrap by the use of intellect. Unrolling, an opening of what was rolled up, kept secret. That's what unroll means. Unroll, an opening up of what was rolled up, kept secret. To make clear, to disclose, to produce, to develop. To develop by natural processes to a higher state, to a higher state. That's what evolution guarantees. To disclose, to make clear, to produce and develop to a higher state. Sociocultural evolution. This is what we're involved in the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. Sociocultural, spiritual evolution. The process by which structural reorganization is affected through time, eventually producing of a form or structure which is qualitatively different and better from the ancestral form. Different and better from the ancestral form. By way of reorganizing through the effects of time, that which already was. Y'all ain't in the motherfucking room. Y'all ain't in the room. I'm dropping knowledge on y'all right now. Why the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence? Why do I say that the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence is the uterus? Because we have the extraordinary, limitless, boundless power of the entire known and unknown universe, aware of itself, saying, I want a different experience. I want to experience myself in a different way. Let me choose one that can allow me to do that. And then you tap, as God, your mama on the uterus and say, can I be? Can I exist through you? You are asking her permission when you do that. Yes, you are. You say, yo, I like what I see coming down the pike if I'm born through you, with your people now, with your lineage, with your familial bloodline, with your DNA. I like what I see. I like what I can learn in this life. Can I be? And recognizing that your mother too, your potential mother, is God. Because you are asking permission to be born. You are asking permission to exist in this life. Through her, God as itself, experiencing itself, petitioning itself in the flesh. Can I be? Can I live? And her uterus accepts a sperm. And she still can make the decision that God can make, to be or not to be. Oh, fuck. To be or not to be. That is the question I ask of myself as God about this petitioner that currently exists in my body. Yep. And the petitioner, the mother says, okay, well, these are my external circumstances. You feel me? Do I have the money to support a life? Do I have the wherewithal? Do I have the heart for it? And then God, as your mama, can make the decision. Yes, you can be, or no, you gonna have to try again. And God, experiencing itself, attempting to have this experience through this particular mother, has to say, okay, I'm gonna have to try next go round. Ah, Java Watson says, oh shit. Is he is or is he ain't? Yeah. Oh my God, y'all. Come on in the room, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to me. Yes. God has the power over life and death. That's your mother. And what you are witnessing in the world with matricide and femicide and all of that is the son attempting to galvanize the power of life and death through murder, through brigandage, through genocide, trying to emulate the original power of life and death, which is the voice of your mother governing her lower palace to say who can and who cannot come through her. That's what it is. That's why y'all mad. And even though your mama said yes to your existence, allowed you to live, you still hate her. Because when you hate women, you hate your mama, bitch. When you hate females, you hate your mama. When you hate women, when you hate females, bitch, you hate yourself. But because you too much of a coward, you too much of a punk to off your fucking self and become at least useful as fertilizer on the planet, what you do is you turn your self-hatred onto your mother, onto your sister, onto your daughter, onto your auntie, onto your grandma, onto your neighbor, onto everybody that is a representative of that aspect of yourself that you are at war with all the time. That's what it is. That's what it is. Why do we have to have the discussion this morning about the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence? Because we're about to get into a conversation here real soon about the nigga that you've pledged your goddamn loyalty to all these years, whether directly or indirectly. You don't have to be a Christian to have pledged your allegiance to a crack of Christ. Sure don't. You love the state. You love crack of Christ. You love the government. You love crack of Christ. You in the military, bitch. You love crack of Christ. Whether you are Muslim, whether you Jewish or Hebrew, whether you are an atheist, whether you a scientist, it don't matter. Whether you a suit and tie guy, whether you a Buddhist, a Hindu, if you love the state, bitch, you love crack of Christ. Yup, sure do, sure do, sure do, sure do. Because crack of Christ is who reigns supreme on earth right now. White supremacy, white centricism, white malignancy in the consciousness of everybody. Whiteness is a disease. Whiteness is a cancer. I'm not talking about white skin. I'm talking about whiteness as a philosophy, as a strategic, organized, weaponized categorization of a particular personification of human beings that guaranteed supremacy over the rest. I'm not talking about white people as individuals, because y'all sick with whiteness too. Black people are sick with whiteness. Asian people are sick with whiteness. Motherfucking who else? Everybody is sick with the disease, sick with the cancer of whiteness, created by malignant males in positions of unchallenged, unbridled power. That's real. One of these days, I'm gonna have to come up on here. There is a papal bull written by the Roman Catholic Church detailing what whiteness finally was, because whiteness didn't even exist in Europe until the church said so. Whiteness did not even exist in Europe until the church said so. Until the church saw it as a categorization that could bind Europe, that could unify Europe in opposition to everybody else. This bullshitting ass IG is with that bullshit. You feel me? Whiteness didn't even exist in Europe as a categorization, as a defining factor until the church said so. Oh, we can use whiteness to end the squabbles among these people, to unify ourselves because our numbers are so weak against the others. You feel me? Thank you, Rose Lou, for your donation, my dear. Whiteness wasn't even something that was on the radar of regular everyday white people, Nordic people, Irish people, Icelandic people. I said, oh, you know what? Look at this. Let me show y'all this. IG just removed my content. Look at that. All that I just talked to y'all about, IG just removed it. Trifling bitches. They said what I said was hate speech. It's not hate speech. It's love speech. I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about what the church has done to human beings. What the church has done to human beings with this orchestration called whiteness. That's all I'm talking about. So fuck IG. This bullshit. Anyway, yes, it is. It's outrageous. It's outlandish is what it is. But we're going to be up in here because at the end of the day, the temple of evolutionary emergence is what binds us all. It's what binds us all. But because in the othering of others, that which unites us all, that which has the potential to bind us all. That's why I say, when I first came out with this, what did I say? I said, everybody on earth, most species on earth, but every human on earth is a member of the temple of evolutionary emergence. You don't have to be a dues-paying member of the organizational institution that I have created as the temple of evolutionary emergence. You feel what I'm saying? But everybody is a member of the temple of evolutionary emergence. Because you got a mama, whether you know her name or not, whether y'all friends or not, whether you like her or not, you have one through whom your existence as it is in real time could not be. And if that's all she contributed was the yes that sustained your existence, your ability to be, give it up to your mama. Give it up to your mama. That does not mean that there aren't mamas out there contributing uteruses out there possessing human beings that aren't malignant and diabolical and afflicted in the worst ways by patriarchal conditionings and so on and so forth. But your existence you owe to one. Yup, sure enough. And somebody was on here last time. Well, what about the father he contribute to? Nope, sure don't. The father, the sperm contributor, what he is contributing is the DNA of his mama. He is contributing the DNA of his mama. Sure is. It's his mama. I'm telling you. The sacred tree, the world tree, is the woman. That little world tree, the little sacred tree y'all be wearing around your little neck with little necklaces, that's your mama. That's the uterus. That's what the ancients recognized as. When the woman gives birth to that placenta after the baby is born, and they spread that placenta out, and it looks like an actual tree with roots, they understood clearly. Like, damn, the woman is really the reproduction of everything that we can witness on Earth. The world tree is your mother. The family tree that you hold so dear is your mama, but she been chopped off of it. It's your mama. Why I say that? Why I say she been chopped off of it? Because we, as a consequence of patriarchal conditioning, have always adhered to the bloodline being passed down through the father's line. It is an untruth, a wicked, wicked untruth that has severed our mother from the tree of life. That's true. What's your mama maiden name? Her daddy name. What's her grandmama maiden name? Her daddy name. What was your mother's name before the father took hold of our consciousness? What was the mother's name? In the matriarchal societies where it was always known that the line, the bloodline, the clan line passed through the mother, what was their name? Who were they? Who are we? If the matriarchy is restored, what will our maternal name be? Child, I ain't trying to get too deep on y'all, but I have to talk to y'all about this morning. You are born through an evolutionary process that is the actual real-time reproduction of 6.5 billion years of earthly evolution mimicked in your mother's body in 9 months. 6.5 billion years microcosmically reproduced in your mother's womb in 9 months. That's the evolutionary process, the in utero process. And then guess what? Like a single cell organism climbing over an evolutionary process, amphibious, single cell, multi-cell, bacteria, micro, until it becomes a little tadpole looking thing, right? And then it becomes a little amphibious looking thing with a little spine developed, and then it gets some little legs, and then it gets some little gills, you feel me? And then it climbs onto land, just like you climb out your mama's womb to see sun for the first time. And then the evolutionary process continues as you go from a little dependent baby to a little moving and talking and smiling and holding your head up. The entirety of the evolutionary process of the earth reproduced in your mother's body. The emergent aspect is the completion of that particular evolutionary process. You emerge from your mother's body to do it all over again, to go to sleep, to go into the abyss. And then for 8 hours, if you're lucky, 9 hours, if you're good, to go through another evolutionary process. To do what? To wake in the morning, marked by light, to see the sun, to emerge new, to emerge. What did this say? Better than before. Every time. Every time we wake, we are supposed to be better than the day before. Why? Because that day prior, we had a culmination of new information, new ideas, new events, new interactions, new contact, new people, new circumstances, new experiences that we are constantly processing and learning from, so that when we go to sleep, when we descend into the abyss at night, and then our subconscious mind starts kicking into overdrive to reproduce to repair damage, to integrate all of those new ideas and experiences, and so on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so that that integration that occurs can redefine and reshape your whole consciousness to make you better than the day you were before. But when you have a group of malignancies that whose sole purpose is to thrive off that which you consume, that which you do, that which you exist as, then you cannot afford for people to have a philosophy that every day I am better. Every day I am new. Every day I emerge as something better than the day before. Because the evolutionary process, the evolutionary emergent process guarantees it scientifically, guarantees it spiritually, guarantees it historically. What you want? What? Why are you yelling at me? What you want? Anyway, that's what it is. That's what happens. And so the uterus, the temple of evolutionary emergence, the uterus, the temple of evolutionary emergence, the uterus, the temple of evolutionary emergence, which is supposed to be the unifying force for all of us, the way that we can see sameness in all of us, the evidence that we are all a part of the body of the one. The evidence that we are all a part of the body of the one. Thank you, Brahmana Baba, for the donation. I think there was another one back here. Thank you, Kamara, the stepping razor gorilla of the matriarchs. Thank you for the donation. I think there was another one back here, but I was on one. So let me go back and acknowledge donations. You can make them as super chats and super thanks, or you can look across the bottom of the screen if you're tuning in through Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Across the bottom of the screen are the different ways that you can support the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. Zelle is my email address, releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. Cashapp is $, Daughter of the Fates. Venmo is Cassandra-Floyd, and PayPal is at Iapo and Gina. Those of you who want to book a reading, this is a perfect time to segue. Those of you who want to book a reading, especially this weekend, those of you who want to book a reading, send me an email right away at releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. As soon as this live is over, I will respond to those emails because I think I have 2 spaces left for today and 3 or 4 left for tomorrow. Get your reading. Okay? This is why the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. That's all I'm going to say about that. But maybe I should just do a whole video that's just on why the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. I said that was going to be 10 minutes, and that was 45 minutes. Okay? But I feel like it was necessary. So let's see. Now we're going to go to the topic at hand. Y'all know me. Y'all know my note-taking process is a little bit Looney Tunes. But, we could just call that organized chaos. Now, I'm going to tell you, somebody was telling me about a show that I needed to watch, which I started last night. And it's got me in my feelings. I'm like, it's got me in my feelings. Okay? Yup. Got me in my feelings. The name of the show is Chaos with a K. Somebody mentioned it because I mentioned my obsession and the crazy dream that I had about Jeff Goldblum not too long ago. And there's like, oh my God, Jeff Goldblum is in this new show called Chaos, where he plays Zeus. Okay? Cut it out. Now, I'm going to put y'all back outside. Keep playing with me. Cut it out. Trifling troglodytes. Yes, I talk about my cats like that. Because they be in here trifling. Y'all like, oh, they so cute. They in here, they be trifling. They be trifling. Hey, Miss Carrie. They be trifling. Ooh. Yo, they be trifling. You little troglodytes. Anyway. Okay. One thing I want to tell you before we get into these scriptures, you got to watch the new Brandy Norwood movie called Front Room. Mother is ISIS is so prevalent. Y'all just keep me busy with these movie recommendations. Man, this shit with this show last night, Chaos. And Chaos is in the shit. Zeus, Dionysus, Orpheus, Eurydice, Cassandra. Oh my God. And the character that plays Cassandra, y'all. I'm like, how many times they gonna remake this story? Can we just write all new freaking mythologies about our relationships to the heavens? Can we do that? We just need whole new age goddamn mythologies and characters about our relationships to the heavens. Because this shit is played out. I was so mad in here. I only watched 2 episodes of the shit last night, but I was in here mad. I'm like, why I gotta be up in here mad? Why I gotta be up in here mad? Can we just create whole new culture, whole new mythological characters, whole new personifications, whole new philosophies? This shit is tired. How many times we gonna watch stories about Zeus and about the gods and about Olympus? There ain't but about 15,000 ways we done seen this story. You feel me? This shit tired. You understand what I'm saying? I was in here mad last night. And then Cassandra's character, I'm trying to rewrite Cassandra's story from her perspective. Like, why these bitches keep calling me crazy? They the stupid motherfuckers that don't want to listen because I got a vagina. I'm trying to give you word, bitch. I'm trying to save your life. I'm trying to put you on game when I give you these prophecies. You feel me? I'm trying to put you on game when I give you the 411 about how I see things, about the peculiar vision given to me by spirit. That's what I'm trying to save your motherfucking life. You understand? Why you bring the motherfucking horse into the kingdom that has never been defeated? Why you gonna do that? Built by your enemies, you gonna bring the horse built by your enemies into your shit, into your solid, into your solid foundation that has never been bested, never been penetrated. The most notorious kingdom on earth, you feel me? The most notorious kingdom on earth. You feel me? Never bested in battle, never defeated by its archers, never defeated. No one could ever best the best archers in the world. You, out of haughtiness and audacity and the hatred of women, gonna bring, because I say set that motherfucker on fire right where it stands. Fuck that. The horse is bad news. The horse is bad news. Douse that bitch and set that bitch ablaze, baby. Can't nothing good come from it. Nothing built by your enemies can be good for you. Oh, nothing constructed by your enemies is meant for you to prosper, is meant for your good, is meant for your prosperity, is meant for your well-being. The men say, the wise men and the military say, they just concede and defeat. Oh, damn, they beat us. Damn, too bad. Well, we gotta show honor. They did do that. They did beat us. What? So you gonna bring the horse built by your enemy. You are going to bring the structure, bring the instrument constructed by your enemy into your impenetrable space. And then get drunk, throw a party, turn up. You feel me? Thank you, Janet, for your contribution. You hear me? And she say, y'all, the wise men and the military strategists, gonna oppose me because I got a vagina. You say because I got a vagina, because I got a uterus, I'm crazy. Couldn't possibly know what I'm talking about, even though I have been blessed by the divine. I have been blessed by the divine with foresight. I have been blessed by the divine with foresight. But you can't hear me because I got a uterus. Okay, do what you will. Do what you will. But don't call me crazy while you out here fucking up. Because the definition of crazy is what y'all doing. Bringing the horse, bringing the offering of your enemy. You know what it sound like? Bringing the offering of your enemy sound like? And accepting it as a gift, bringing the offering of your enemy, you know what that sound like? Sound like some motherfucking pox-infested blankets to me. That's what it sound like. That's what it sound like. What it sound like? Rum and guns in Africa. That's what it sound like. That's what it sound like. Rum and guns. That's what it sound like. What it sound like? The Trojan horse. What it sound like? What else can we name? We done seen this story over and 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 over again, and we keep repeating the same story, and then glamorizing the shit through cute little pictorial adaptations that still glorify Mount Olympus and the gods and all of that bullshit. Cassandra perpetually portrayed as a damn near homeless lunatic. Got this girl up in there eating cat food out the can. Genius that she was. What did I tell you the name Cassandra means? She who illuminates mankind. She who illuminates mankind. She who excels over man. That's what it means. She who sees the way. She who sees the future. That's what it means. That's what it means. If you listen to her, she will show you the way. That's what it means. If you listen to her, you will excel over your opposition. That's what it means. And every story has portrayed her as the lunatic bitch, living on the fringe like a crazy bitch. That's what it means. Sound like U.S. treaties, forgiveness as a weapon. I like all y'all answers. Yup. There's another story that just came out called, what was the name of that movie? What is it called? The Web? I said cut it out. I'm about to have to go put my cat outside. It's always the same one. It's y'all favorite. Hey, bitch, I said stop. It's always the girl. It's always Tempest with that bullshit. Storm over there chilling, just lounging. He's like, what's going on? Why she mad? Why she yelling? Tempest over here because she can't have my attention the way she wants. She pulling on the cord. She pulling on my computer cord. She done learned. This smart ass bitch. She done learned how to sabotage my lives. This girl will come and pull on the cords specifically for my IG feed and pull on the cord till the phone fall and then take off running. Come back, pull on the phone cord till the phone fall and take off running. This smart ass bitch. Go about your life, trifling. Y'all in here cracking up. Child, this little thing is a mess. She a mess. Fat boy, I call him Fat Boy. He's Storm, but he's still Fat Boy. He's just over here chilling. He's just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why she yelling. She mad. I'm just over here trying to lounge. My belly full. You feel me? Oh! My phone just fell again. You hear what I'm telling y'all? Let me unplug the phone. Nah, I'm doing too much. That happened 4 times. That just happened. As soon as I put the phone up, they yanking the phone again. Like I'm playing games with them. Anyway. Yes. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, about Cassandra. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Y'all comments are killing me. Oh, shit. These little rambunctious tyrants. Shoot. Get up off me. You ain't cute. You're gonna come over here trying to play with my feet now, thinking no, you ain't cute. Go on about your life. Big old head self. Stop. Tyrant. Get up off me. Big head self. Come here. You want to speak to the people? Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come on. I ain't talking to you, hater. Come here. Come here. Oh, say hey. Say hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. You gonna say hey, look at how cute, huh? You gonna say hey, look at how cute. Boy, you so cute. You're so fine, boy. He's so fine. Mm-hmm. No, about your life. Ugh. Come here, hater McHater. Come here. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Come here. Anyway, I know he's giant. His big old self. I told y'all he'd be bogarting the food. He got his own bowl. I have to separate them when I feed him because if I don't, he'll eat her food too. Big old butt. Where's your boy? You so cute. Get up off me. Anyway, all right. Let's go. I wanted to tell y'all something. Okay, so I've been taking so many notes over the years, and sometimes I revisit them and I'm like, whoa, damn, that was fire. Let me tell you, I'm always talking about Pluto as the goddess Oya, right? Let me tell you what I found today in one of my old notes. Pretty Nikki, girl, stop calling me out, okay? Don't be calling me out on my shit. She said, Mama always harder on the girl. Listen, I wasn't always, but she is trifling. Why that is? It's got to be an estrogen thing because she is naturally trifling. It's always her. And she my favorite. That's like my boo, but she trifling. She trifling. I try to give her more attention. I try to be getting a brother to be up off of her. Child, don't nothing work. Miss Carrie says she just living up to her name. I named her that because of how she is, not the other way around. That ain't it. She said, Mama always hardest on the girl. It's true. I'll be up in here. Thank you. Samara rude for no reason. Like, bitch, what's your problem? I'm just trying to give you love. Why you got an attitude? You feel me? Trifling. Child trifling. Okay? Anyway, so let me tell you, I found a note when I was looking through my little notebook today. What you want, girl? Oh, it's boy. About Pluto. How my notes be? Listen, let me tell you something. If I were to die, and I think this way sometimes, if I were to die and my friends and family had to come and go through my things and try to determine like what to do with my things, and they came across my books of notes, I can tell you what people would say after I died. I can tell you. They would say that bitch was a lunatic. She was actually certifiable. She was actually crazy. She was actually crazy. Yo. So listen to these notes that I took. Did I put a listen? I don't know where it came from. I'd be trying to put dates and times even on my note taking so I can have like a frame of reference of how I came to this. I accept that, Kamara. I accept that, Samara. Okay. Pluto returns notes. Run and hide or be the storm. I'm always talking about how in this dimension, flesh is just as important as spirit, maybe even more important because spirit needs material. Spirit needs flesh to conceive of itself. Biblical references. Moses takes a serpent transforming rod to turn water into blood, and to part the Red Sea. Is this a sexual reference? The parting of the Red Sea. Is this a sexual reference? Pluto was referred. I didn't place the reference. I wish I would have. But Pluto, the planet, was referred to as, listen to this, y'all, the annihilator of the false. Pluto was referred to as the annihilator of the false. I put as a side note, the term healing crisis applies here. Yo, These notes are incredible. I have to start going back through these. I write shit down. It's rare that I go back and restudy things that I wrote in Epiphany. For example, the show that I started watching last night, I'm sitting here shaking my head because I'm like, damn. The show that I started watching last night about Zeus and Dionysus, right? Listen to this story that I wrote on 11/3/2021. 11/3/2021. Y'all have to go back through your journals, because before that, the entry was 10/2/2021. October 2nd, 2021. I was at Bordner's. The only note that I read, I was at Bordner's, which is my local bar/restaurant. I go there like 3 days a week. I'm sitting at a bar writing something else, and I meet a man who sits next to me and starts talking to me, a young man, like in his 20s. And I was like, hey, I'm Cassandra. How are you? I said, what's your name? He said, my name is Lennon Castro, a Mexican kid whose parents named him Lennon Castro. Okay. Anyway, the next note, the next entry is 11/3/2021. Again, a month later, I was at Bordner's. And I was taking notes about the cicada bug. This was November 3rd of 2021. Now cut it out before I put y'all asses outside. Bastards. The fuck? God damn it. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm about to have to put these niggas outside. Cut it out. Trifling. Don't come back over here. I was writing about the cicada bug. Now, y'all know we just had the cicada. I still haven't done the project yet. I'm working on it. But y'all know we had the big mega cicada brood that happened over the summer that hadn't happened in like 200 and something years. 3 years ago, I was sitting in a bar taking notes about the significance of the cicada bug. You hear me? Y'all ain't hearing me. I'm blown right now because this wasn't even what I was going to talk about. But I'm like reading these notes, looking for the scriptures. I'm like, oh, damn, I was talking about cicada bugs. What was I talking about? The totems are easy to spot. Car windows. Let's see. The cicada as a totem. It says they sing at the top of their lungs. They sing at the top of their lungs. What did I tell you that the cicada bugs are good for as medicine? All diseases of the lungs. This is their energy as a totem. It says their energy as a totem, they sing to the top of their lungs. In Chinese medicine, cicada bug casings, their outer shell, treats all diseases of the lungs. You pay close attention to the sounds in your environment, as they often provide vital clues and cues and omens that help you in decision making. Summer is its season, and it turns to romance in relationships. Eating cicada bugs provides vitamin D, essential levels of vitamin D. Who knew? Artistic groups going underground to regroup. Oh, as a totem, they represent artistic groups that go underground to regroup, recoup, recover, and prepare. Y'all hear me? This is where it gets great, though, because of this bullshit y'all had me watch last night. Where's that? Dang, I lost it just that fast. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. Artistic, that's deep, y'all. Artistic groups going underground to regroup, recoup, recover, and prepare. Feng Shui uses the cicada bug to protect against gossip and increase longevity. Key meanings: cooperation, endurance, expressiveness, illumination, long life, love, patience, rebirth, and transformation. Hold on. The key of cicadas is to resolve ancestral trauma while channeling ancestral strength and love. They represent birth, they represent death, burial, and resurrection. Cicadas, right? Hold on. Then this happened. Same time, 11/2/2021. The year of the cicada is coming. This is what I wrote 3 years ago. The year of the cicada is coming. What is its significance? Stories from around the world about the cicada as a healing herb for the lungs. They represent birds and spontaneous pregnancies, personal change, renewal, rebirth, and transformation. A symbol for musicians or singers, art, and poetry. The babies are called nymphs. Baby cicadas are called nymphs. They represent immortality, remains underground for years, Oya energy. They remain underground for years. They represent spiritual and sexual ecstasy, cicadas. Spiritual and sexual ecstasy. They are associated, listen to this, y'all. This is the coup d'etat, and then I promise I'm going to get to this thing. They are associated, cicadas, y'all, are associated with the gods Apollo and Dionysus. Okay? Cicada comes into your awareness at a time of emergence. Cicadas come into your awareness at a time of emergence. You can no longer hide underground or sit on life's sidelines. It's time to stand up, to shake off restrictions, to work on self-development, work on communication skills to find your true voice. Right? Hold on. There was something else. Where did it go? Because I remember this day clearly. Dang, I can't find it. Maybe I wrote it in another book. Damn, I couldn't have written it in another book because it was crazy how that shit happened. Okay, let's see. Find one just true voice. I don't know if y'all caught the emergence thing in there, right? Hold on. Okay, here it is. Okay. The cicada emergence. What are the dominant sounds of the day? Was the quiet that helped the earth during lockdown. Hold on. Damn. I don't know what I did with it, but that same night, I must have wrote it somewhere else because I'd be doing chaotic shit like that. But that same night, as I'm reading about how Apollo and Dionysus are the gods that represent the energy of the cicada bug. And this guy, I'll have to find this because it was crazy. This guy, came in and was reading a book. He sat next to me. Damn, that's unfortunate because it was so good. Anyway, it's just crazy that I just came across that, and I've just sat here watched the story about Dionysus plotting against Zeus last night. Wow. Anyway, there you go. Okay. Open up your Bibles. There's some scriptures that we got to go over. Let me see. So I got two different Bibles out because I got scriptures all over the place. Let's see. I had another book. I got so many journals and shit. I gotta organize this shit sometime. Let's see. Another study. That's not it. Looking for my book entitled The Unholy Trinity, and is that it? No, that's Pluto. Oh, maybe that's Pluto Returns has it. Oh, y'all pissing me off. Yeah. Oh, we'll see. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's go. Okay. So, all right. So I got some words I need y'all to write down that are going to be useful for today. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Mm. Okay. I talked to y'all about that already. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, that's I know. I'm trying to organize this shit. Whatever. Okay. All right. Okay, and the last book. I got so many books. Let's see. Ooh. Mm. Chad, bullshit. Let's see. Bull. Rome. Okay. Donate, Citra. Okay. All right. Write these down. Oh, that's good to know, Miss Carrie. I haven't read that one yet. I have the book, but I'm just going to share what she says. She says Mary Daly has a good breakdown. I'm probably going to get into that today. Mary Daly has a good breakdown on Apollo and Dionysus and gynecology. That's good to know. Okay, so there's some scriptures that we need to look up. Revelation 6, verse 4, Revelation 12, verse 3, Revelation 6:12, and Revelation 8:8, Revelation 16:16, Revelation 19:13 through 15, Isaiah 63, verse 2 through 3, Exodus 25. I think that's right. Or no. 2. I don't know what that is. 2 Corinthians 2, verse 7 through 14, Proverbs 31 through 21, which is this one, Ezekiel. Okay, let's get into it, because I got shit all over the place. Oh, I told y'all I want to talk to y'all about the blood. So let's talk about some of these verses with the blood first. Okay. Turn to can't tell you what page because it might be different depending upon what Bible you have. My Bible is 791, Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. Yup. Where's the other one at? Yup. Verse 18. We're going to do that one first. Okay, so I'm just going to read it. And I'm also going to do something else. Invite, copy. I'm going to put the invitation for somebody to come on. Anybody, doesn't matter, because I might have other people read too. So if you are tuning in through Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, you can see the link in the comment section. If you would like to come on, just click the link. It'll walk you through it, and then I can pull you on. In the meantime, I'm going to read. Probably going to have other people read with me or for me. If I say to the wicked, you shall surely die, and you give him no warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked way, in order to save his life, that wicked person shall die for his iniquity. But his blood I will require at your hand. But if you warn the wicked, and he does not turn from his wickedness or from his wicked way, he shall die for his iniquity, but you will have delivered your soul. Isn't that deep? Hold on. Again, if a righteous person turns from his righteousness and commits injustice, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he will die. Because you have not warned him, he shall die for his sin, and his righteous deeds that he has done shall not be remembered, but his blood I will require at your hand. This is y'all Bible. What is this saying? What is it saying? What is it saying? The same thing I am always saying. God said, I'm not coming out the sky to punish, to kill the wicked for their wicked ways. He said, if the wicked do not take heed, I will require his blood at your hand. You're going to have to kill him. This is the philosophy. This is the philosophy. So meanwhile, y'all think it's going to be some mythological somebody somewhere that comes and rescues us called the Great Cosmic Mother. But meanwhile, God was clear. I'm not coming out the sky to do it. You are going to do my will by your hand. My will is that he die. And I'm going to require that his blood be spilled by your hand. Hold on. There's another one. That's Ezekiel 3:18. Hold on. Let's go to Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus. Where Leviticus at? Yeah. Let's go to Leviticus 17:11. Let's see what Leviticus 17:11 got to say. Let's see. 16. Here it is. Leviticus 17:11. Okay. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it for you on the altar to make atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that makes atonement by the life. This is in the Old Testament about the significance, the requirement of, based on their religion, a death cult, a murder cult, the requirement for something or someone to shed blood for the atonement of sins. Someone has to die for your sins to be forgiven. This is the law according to this tradition. You understand? According to the Levitical Hebrews. Something or someone has to die for the atonement of sins. Therefore, it is said to Israel, no person among you shall eat blood, blah, 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 blah. Right? Thank you, Java Watson, for the donation, love. You're a sweetheart. Right? Hold on. We got some more. Let's go to Isaiah 59:7. Where is that? There it is. Child, I ain't opened this book like this in many years. I'm still flipping right to the sections. They ain't marked at all. 59:7. Isaiah 59:7. Their feet run to evil. They are swift to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Desolation and destruction are their highways. Though they do not know. This sound familiar? No. And there's no justice in their paths. This sound familiar? They have made their roads crooked. No one who treads on them knows peace. Therefore, justice is far from us, and righteousness does not overtake us. We hope for light, and behold darkness, and for brightness, but we walk in gloom. We grope for the wall like the blind. We grope like those who have no eyes. Does this sound familiar? We stumble at noon as in the twilight. Among those in full vigor, we are like dead men. Ho, 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 ho. What is this? Isaiah. Isaiah 59. 59:7. We shall growl like bears. We moan, and our moans like doves. We hope for justice, but there is none. For salvation, but it is far from us. Does this sound familiar? Oh, for our transgressions are multiplied before you, and our sins testify against us. For our transgressions are with us, and we know our iniquities. Transgressing and denying the Lord and turning back from following our God, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from heart-lying words. Justice is turned back. This is interesting. What is that? Through 11. Let's go. There's another one. Hold on. John 55. Just walk with me, because I'm coming to a point. John 6:55. John 6:55. Whosoever feeds on my flesh, y'all, whosoever feeds on my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me and I in him. Y'all heard that? Whosoever. Whosoever. Hold on. Let me go back. Here we go again, y'all. Here we go again. Okay, hold on. Listen. This is John 6. We're going to start. We're going to start at John 6, 47. Truly, truly, I say unto you, whoever believes has eternal life. I am the bread of life. Your fathers ate the manna. Remember, we had this whole long discussion about manna. Your fathers ate the manna in the wilderness, and they died. This is the bread that comes down from heaven. This is the bread that comes down from heaven, so that one may eat of it and not die. I am the living bread that came down from heaven. If anyone eats of this bread, he will live forever. And the bread that I will give for the life of the world is my flesh. Is my flesh. The Jews then disputed among themselves, saying, "How can this man give us his flesh to eat?" So Jesus said to them, "Truly, truly, I say unto you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink of his blood, you have no life in you. Whosoever feeds on my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise him up on the last day. For my flesh is true food, and my blood is true drink. Whoever feeds on my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me, and I in him. As the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so whoever feeds on me, he also will live because of me." Damn, y'all. This sounds like some vampire shit. Was Jesus a vampire? Anybody ever heard of the conspiracy of Jesus being a vampire? Because this sounds like some Cannibal Corpse vampire shit. Jesus. Let's see. Miss Carey said, I was just about to say that. I was thinking the same thing. I haven't, but it's giving real cannibal. Absolutely. This is the bread that came down from heaven, not like the bread your fathers ate and they died. Whoever feeds on this bread will live forever. Jesus said these things in the synagogue as he taught at Capernaum. Child, okay. That was some real Cannibal Corpse shit right there. That was it might be the origin of vampire stories. Jesus as a vampire could be a dope ass movie. I'm just saying. Somebody said it sounded like Jeffrey Dahmer. Jesus sounds like Lestat. Y'all are killing me. Yes. Hold on. Yes. Hold on. Let me put these cats up. Now I'm through. Shit's fucking stupid. Yeah. Get YouTube. trifling. Ugh. Anyway, let's see. Sorry about that on IG. My destructive ass cats. All right. Let's go. Okay. What's the next one? That's weird. Whatever. Okay. Matthew 26:28. There's a bunch of them in here. What time is it? It's almost noon. Acts. Begins. Joel. Oh, here we go. Matthew 26. $28. Okay, Matthew 26:28 says, "For this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins." So it's again talking about this whole idea of blood being covenant, whatever. I thought it was important to say all of this. I'm probably gonna. It's giving breast. Oh my God, it's giving breast milk envy. Oh, love it. Oh my God. Put them up, girl. They don't act right, especially when you're busy. It's all the time. Trifling. Well, he has been sucking the spiritual blood of unsuspecting victims for thousands of years. The nigga is a vampire king. Oh my God, y'all, look. Posse say he is the vampire king. Sounds like they alive. They alright. Trifling old heifers. They alright. She said, Janice said, it sound like you making cat food out. No, that was them running from the water. I have a water sprayer to get them to go where I want them to go. All that knocking around y'all heard was them literally knocking into knocking into shit to get away from the water. Told you they extra. They trifling as hell. Anyway. You can't transform without death. No wonder why these Abrahamic religions are so stuck on the whole message about eternal life. Okay. All right. Those who came in for the live, I asked Google, was Jesus a vampire? And I'm getting articles about the lost book of Aluga and how Judas was punished into living afraid of the sun and drinking blood. What? I need them. Temp and Storm, yeah. y'all ain't right. Oh my God. Somebody say Tempest. Tempest Storm. Now so we know you alive. messing with y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. That tickled the hell out of me. Oh my God. Oh, they trifling. They was doing the most today. They ain't never did that the most. Today they did the most. Okay. No, they ass had to be outside. Talking about meow so we know you alive. Y'all ain't right. The show Midnight Mass touches on how Christianity is a vampiric religion. That movie there, baby. It was literally just the scripture that we read. That movie was off the chain. And the fact that the dude said that when he went on this, this mission and he met this entity, he knew the entity was an angel. Didn't he say that? He said, I knew he was an angel. He was certain that he was an angel. The entity that turned him into a vampire. He said he knew it. He was certain of it, that the entity was an angel. Just saying. All right. And then how easy it was to win the holy parishioners to accept that even as a vampire, he was of the Lord. Anyway, thank you for that intervention. I forgot about Midnight Mass. All right, so let's go ahead and go over here to Revelations. There's some more I want to say about the blood, but let's see. Okay. Revelation 16:16. Let's start there first. I have to do this different because I'm gonna have to do this different. I'm gonna have to do like preachers do and just give y'all 2 or 3 scriptures at a time and then just go off on those scriptures. Actually, let's go first to chapter 17, verse 1, because I wrote a note in here. This is a long time ago, but it's standing out right now because the note that I wrote about this chapter, this is some time ago, chapter 17, and I wrote a note on top of it that says, the storm provides. The storm provides. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and said to me, come, and I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters. With whom the kings of the earth have committed sexual immorality, and with the wine of those sexual immorality, the dwellers on earth have become drunk. And he carried me away in the spirit into a wilderness. Sound like astral projection, don't it? And he carried me away in the spirit into a wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was full of blasphemous names, and it had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was, arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and jewels and pearls, holding in her hand a goblet, a golden cup full of abominations and the impurities of her sexual immorality. And on her forehead was written a name of mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of prostitutes and of the earth's abominations. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I marveled greatly. But the angel said to me, why do you marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns that carries her. The beast that you saw was and is not, and is about to rise from the bottomless pit and go to destruction. And the dwellers on earth whose names have not been written in the book of life from the foundation of the world will marvel to see the beast, because it was and is not and is to come. This calls for a mind with wisdom. The 7 heads of the 7 are the 7 mountains on which the woman is seated. They are also 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen. One is, the other has not yet come, and when he does come, he must remain only a little while. As for the beast that was and is not, it is an 8th, but it belongs to the 7, and it goes to destruction. And the 10 horns that you saw are the 10 kings who have not yet received royal power, but they are to receive authority as kings for 1 hour together with the beast. These are of one mind, and they hand over their power and authority to the beast. And they will make war on the Lamb, and the Lamb will conquer them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and those with him are called and chosen and faithful. And the angel said to me, what the waters that you saw where the prostitute is seated are peoples and multitudes and nations and languages. And the 10 horns that you saw, and the 10 horns that you saw, they and the beast will hate the prostitute. They will make her desolate and naked and devour her flesh and burn her up with fire. For God has put it into their hearts to carry out his purpose by being of one mind and handing over their royal powers to the beast until the words of God are fulfilled. And the woman that you saw is the great city that has dominion over the kings of the earth. Now listen, what is this talking about? I labored over this for some time. And the reason I labored over it is because all these women I be reading. And all these women that I be reading be telling me that everything that we understand must be flipped the fuck upside down. Right? Turn the fuck inside out, flip the fuck upside down in order to understand its true meaning and its true essence. Because the Bible is a book of lies. Right? It's a book of lies. So if we go to one of our Bibles, for example, the Women's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets, and we look up, let's just see what he's talking about up in this. You might have to make a little. Y'all, I can't. I cannot. Let me tell you. Okay, I was like, well, let's go over here to the Women Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets. And I was about to say, let's see what she got to say about some of these words. I was going to look up the word prostitute, and I was going to look up the word Babylon, but instead I opened the book and landed on the word Bible, for which I have never read in this book, the meaning or the history of the word Bible. And the first thing that it says in the first sentence, the word for a Bible, the word for a holy book came from Byblos, the city of the great mother. The word, y'all, the word Bible, this word for a holy book came from Byblos, Byblos, the city of the great mother, the oldest continuously occupied temple in the world. That just happened, y'all. That just happened. The word Bible. Okay? The goddess called Astarte, Balat, Hathor, etc., patronized learning, and her priestesses collected a library from papyrus scrolls. Remember what I told you at the beginning of this meeting about papyrus scrolls? Therefore, Greeks called any papyrus Byblos, which came to mean any holy book, hence the Bible. Scholars have found in the Bible's numerous layers of additions and corrections a substrate of the former Semitic matriarchy, such as the Book of Ruth, with its matrilineal and matrilocal marriage customs, and the Book of Judges with its feminine government of Israel, Judges 4, verse 4. In several books of the word translated God is really a feminine plural, goddesses, especially in reference to the matrifocal and matriarchal functions of law giving, avenging crimes, and bestowing imperium of leadership. Some of the miracles attributed to biblical heroes were copied from older myths of the goddess. Blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna have to read through this, right? Hold on. Okay, now let's go what I was going to go to in the first place, which was excuse me. Okay, so that's not in there. Let's see. Okay, so that's not okay. All right, so let's see what this has to say. All right. Okay, so she got some of these words up in here. Let's see if she got this last one. Nope, don't look like it. Nope. All right. You can sit that down there. Let's see. It's 2:10. I'm in for today. I know. I've been cutting y'all off like that a lot lately, but I'm in for the day. I'm tired, and I have to work today, and I have some readings today. I have readings today, and I have actual clients today. I have some clients today. I'm tired, so I am going to stop for today. I know it was abrupt. I might have to redo this whole thing, but I'll be back. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. I do have some readings lined up for tomorrow. Get your readings. You can email me at releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. Releaseheartcenter@gmail.com to inquire about a reading. I'll tell you everything you need to know about how to set up a reading. I have, I think, 2 spaces left for today. I have 3 spaces left, 3 or 4 spaces left for tomorrow. But you can get a reading any day. Any day you can get a reading. Tajali said, give y'all some homework. Today is the 7th. What's some homework? I got some homework. Y'all gonna like this assignment. I want y'all to go onto YouTube. There is a let me type it in the comment section. Y'all can see it who are tuning in via Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. But I'm gonna type this title in here. I want y'all to read it today and take notes. I mean, not read it, watch it today and take notes, because we gonna discuss maybe tonight, more than likely tomorrow. This is a good one, and it's right in line with what we've been studying. Okay, that's the whole title. I just typed it in the comment section. So those of you who are tuning in from IG, go to YouTube. It's capital L, capital E, capital D, LED dash Antichrist revealed in 2022 Commonwealth Baal Worship Tower. Baal Worship Tower. It's a good video. I told you I watched these Christians because I watched this particular channel because it is funny, and Christians will tell on themselves quicker than anybody else can. Christians will tell on themselves quicker than anybody else can. So if I got to do some scripture study for y'all, if I got to do a service about something Christian oriented, I'm going to go straight to the source. I'm going to go straight to Christians. This whole channel is a group of young people who analyze the satanic symbolism of modern pop culture. They do songs, they do movies. Like y'all know, I do movie breakdowns. They do movie breakdowns based on a Christian worldview and perspective. And some of this shit is really good because they be giving up goods, you feel me? They be dropping dimes, you feel me? They be telling on themselves, you feel me? And then some of the stuff, you just don't expect. I like this channel. I'm not a subscriber because it's some Christian shit, but I watch their channel a lot just to get the goods on, because that's their whole thing, is about witnessing to the world and telling people of the world and shit like that. This one on the announcement of the Antichrist, or the Antichrist revealed, when y'all see who the Antichrist is according to their interpretation, y'all gonna be dismayed and bewildered. That's all I got to say about that. Y'all are going to be dismayed and bewildered. And it relates directly to this last scripture I just read y'all about the whore Babylon who sitteth on 7 mountains and da-da-da-da-da. This video, the Antichrist revealed in the 2022 Commonwealth Baal Worship Tower. Watch it today. It's a short one. I think it's like 30 minutes long. Watch it today. Take some notes so y'all can ask me some questions. We're gonna have a live interactive discussion on it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow before I start working. Go to DaughterOfTheFates.etsy.com, DaughterOfTheFates.etsy.com to order your jewelry. I made this goddess necklace here with her chakras illuminated and her little Om symbol lit up and her little cowrie shell vajayjay right here. You feel me? Then I made this red, black, and green ring. Red, black, and green bamboo ring. I made that. So get your jewelry, order your jewelry. Anybody who's ordered jewelry from me over the last 2 weeks, all your orders were sent out over the last 72 hours. So be looking for that in the mail. I make journals. Get your journal. Get you a journal, fabric covered journals made by me. Get your journals. Yep, that's DaughterOfTheFates.etsy.com. Get your reading. You can inquire about the reading or the wellness consultation, 5 Elements Theory wellness consultation at releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. Love you all. I'll talk to you later. I ship everywhere. Pressure Kuka. I ship everywhere. I just shipped an order last week to Australia. Yeah, I ship everywhere. So go to DaughterOfTheFates.etsy.com and check out what I'm offering. If you don't see it there, inquire about a personalized order. I also make, if you can conceive of it, I can make it. So if you have an idea for a piece that you don't see on my page, talk to me about it through Etsy and we can do a special order and I can construct it for you. Okay. This goddess bracelet comes in different shades of goddesses. This was just the natural bone color undyed, but I have her purple. I have her dark brown, like a mahogany brown. I have her like a reddish brown. I have her in coal black. And I also am developing a way to get, I do tea stains. So if you quote, light-skinned it and you want a light-skinned goddess, I do hibiscus stains and tea stains of the goddess. So you specify your complexion of goddess and I can make a goddess for you like this, but in a complexion that is more who you are. So yes, go to the site and check out what I'm offering. Get your readings. Email me any questions, releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.